Hi there, I'm Mrs. Barlow, school liaison at Ashland High School. Today's topic of resiliency is really near and dear to my heart. I know, super cringy, but there it is. I've asked 3 community members to come in and share their stories with you because I want you to hear a message of hope that even though today might be crummy, or maybe it's not for you, but that doesn't mean that that's the way it always has to be. That there is hope in that you are the author of your story. You get to determine what that ending looks like. So, will you join me today? Can you introduce yourself for me?
Yeah. So my name is Christian Langston. So I am the sports and fitness director here at the Ashland YMCA.
Hello, my name is Amy Morgan. I am a licensed independent social worker, um, and I currently work for Appleseed Community Mental Health Center as a counselor, and I supervise other counselors and other staff.
Can you share a time when you faced a significant challenge or setback? How did you handle it, and what did you learn from it?
Sure. A time in my life that I faced a significant challenge was when I was a teenager and I was in high school. I was about 16 and I found out that I was pregnant. I didn't handle it very well in the moment. I was really scared and wasn't sure what I was going to do. But I asked for help. And I learned that no matter what the circumstances are, you get to be the one that determines what happens with your life and with your situations, and that it's okay to ask for help when you need it.
So in high school, I didn't feel like I had anybody to really talk to. I had moved to the area in 8th grade, so I didn't have long-term friends that I could trust necessarily. And I found myself needing someone to talk to about my life, my family. My parents were divorced. I lived with my mom, my stepdad, and I had a younger brother and sister, and then a stepsister who moved in, who had a lot of troubles, and that was difficult. And I found myself going to the guidance counselor, thinking that that was the place to go back in the 80s, to talk to them about those things, and that just wasn't what they were there for. They were there for academics, and I understand that. But I so wished that I would have had someone like a liaison to talk to. And I think that's probably why I got into working in the schools and being a liaison. Um, I know that counselors now are more diversified, but they have so many responsibilities that having a liaison in the schools it was very fulfilling to help kids in that way, because I gave them the ear that I didn't have when I was coming up in school.
Tell me about a goal you set for yourself that required persistence and resilience. What steps did you take to achieve it, and how did you stay motivated along the way?
Well, I think, again, the greatest long-term challenge, other than being married for 37 years, would have been, my master's degree and the work that went into that. I stayed motivated. I love to learn, first of all, but I stayed motivated because I could see, I wanted to be a counselor, and that was in my view all the time, and I wanted to help people. Probably even more than being a counselor, I wanted to help people. It's just kind of how I've always been built.
Tell me about a goal you set for yourself that required persistence and resilience. What steps did you take to achieve it, and how did you stay motivated along the way?
Yeah. A goal that I'm still striving each and every day for, and trying to achieve is just being the best individual, being the best father, husband, just yeah, individual that I can for not only my family but also for others. Just come from my background. I didn't have a good upbringing with my father. He was there for me in the beginning, and then at the end, just what my family and I went through a lot of like physical and emotional abuse and those type of things. And as a kid, you see those things and you learn to either, to choose to either be that type of person or to be different. And I chose to be the complete opposite of that. And so every day that what I do is strive to be the best father by being present in my kid's life, showing them the love and the care, nurturing them that they need, being present. Because I hear a lot of parents, as you would know, that time goes by fast and they age fast and things, and I take that very seriously. So, um, when I'm on my phone and I see my kids dribbling a basketball and things like that, I'm going to put my phone down because there's going to be a day where my kid's no longer going to want to play with me because he's playing with his friends or he's older. So I'm going to I try to take every moment I can and be present, to hear and listen to, the things that they need, and just being a good husband, and just being there for people, being a good servant, and, helping people when they need it. And so, yeah, so that's something I just strive to do each and every day. And I think what motivates me is, again, from some of the past trauma that I had of just wanting to overcome that by being the better version of myself. Um, yeah, and then just there's other people that also look up to me, so I think that motivates me as well when people tell me that, you know, it's awesome to see the person that you are today. Those type of things that really motivates me just to keep going and keep moving forward. So.
Resilient individuals often have a strong sense of self awareness. How do you recognize and manage your emotions, particularly in challenging situations?
Yeah, so I don't think I was great at this when I was a teenager. I think that I let my circumstances guide my emotions a lot, and I worried a lot about how other people were going to respond to the way that I acted. I think because of my chosen goals, my chosen career path, I learned a lot of ways to recognize when I'm not taking care of myself. Um, what I've learned is that I have to put myself before others, and that I have to think about how things that I'm going to do are going to impact me in my situation. Um, and in challenging situations, the best thing that I've learned is not to respond right away, to take a step back, to look at the bigger picture, and to talk to people that I trust so that they can help guide me, because I can't always see all sides of it because I'm in the middle of it. And so having a good support group of people has helped.
Building resiliency often involves learning from mistakes. Can you discuss a mistake you made and the lessons you gained from it, as well as how you applied those lessons moving forward?
Yeah, I think that, the mistakes that I made were not putting myself first. I think that some of the mistakes that I made were I was so worried about what other people wanted that I let myself, I let that motivate me, and sometimes not making the best choices. I wasn't thinking about how my choices would impact my future and my ability, the way that they could possibly limit me. And so some of the mistakes that I made in the past were actually things that, in reflection, now that I'm a lot older, I think I don't even know that they were necessarily mistakes. I think they were just a part of my journey, and I don't let myself be beat up because of choices that I made before I knew. And so that's how I've applied it moving forward.